Now, if you slip the handbrake on for a minute, you go into neutral. Now, where does the curb now go into the car? Oh, it looks like the door mirror's on the curb, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's your reference point for knowing that you must not go any further, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
If you go any further now, you're going to overhang the curb, hit the curb, which is going to put pedestrians in danger. That make sense? Yeah?
Does.
And then we're going to prepare the car to go backwards, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Again, watching very closely, yeah? If you're looking around you, I can guarantee you that car will be in reverse, yeah? Yeah?
So into reverse, eh? How would you know if it's in reverse?
Sorry?
How would you know if it's in reverse?
Watch it. Watch their eyes, their hands and their feet, yeah? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's not reverse, is it?
Nope.
It's fourth gear, isn't it? On this car, it's a piece of cake because the reversing camera comes along with it. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, I'm not using that because not every car's got that, yeah?
No.
Yeah, so it's important to be in reverse, Tony, because if we're in fourth gear, we're going to be looking behind us, and the car going forward is not a good combination, yeah?
No.
Yeah? I'll get in reverse now. Prepare the car. Yeah? Now, you need to give me a bit more detail about the observation. We're going to look right over that right shoulder. We're looking at the pavement, yeah? We're looking for any pedestrians, dogs, cats, rabbits, mice, or anything that's going to cross off that pavement, yeah? The next thing to the pavement is the road. We're looking for any vehicles. Any vehicles, that includes bikes or anything, yeah? We're looking along this pavement in front of us, yeah?
Yep.
We're looking down this road here. Any vehicles come around the corner, yeah?
Junction there, not too far
Yeah,
away, yep.
and then we're looking along this pavement here to see if any pedestrians are walking along that may well cross behind me, yeah? Then, look over your left shoulder, yeah? Make sure you're looking over his left shoulder. It's really important because if a pedestrian does come up behind us, we're not going to see them. Yeah, get them a reason why, yeah? Because they won't look otherwise.
Talk about children, lack of road sense, shorter.
Yeah, can't see them. So I'll have a quick look around us again. So all the way over the right shoulder of the pavement, down the road. Is there anything coming? Oh yeah, a maroon car just turned in, yeah? Yeah, so I'll just hold fire for a second. But he's turning off.
Anyway, yeah.
So I can carry on with the observations. Anybody walking in front of us, in case you roll forward now? Any vehicles coming down the road? Any pedestrians walking along the pavement? And look at that back window, we're looking for pedestrians. And we're looking at the back window.
Yeah. Over your shoulder?
Yeah, remember you won't see your child there.
So.
Release the handbrake. And we're going to steer to the left, which I have done, yeah? And then about halfway across the road. Yeah.
Yep.
Where do you want me looking now?
We're going to switch shoulders once we get past
You want me to look right over the right shoulder, right behind me, yeah?
That's it.
Now cover the brake.
Cover the brake. Gently brake to a stop.
And brake to a stop there. Now where does the curb go into the car, Tony? Or appear to go into the car? To me it's just by that no smoking sticker, yeah?
Yeah.
That's your reference point.
For steering right.
Yeah. But it's important that we don't steer to the right until the car's moving, because it's drive steering, yeah? Yeah, so we have a bit of gravity here, so you just have a quick look around just to make sure the picture isn't changed. All the way around. Make sure there's no pedestrians or children starting to play behind us. And then looking over the right shoulder, ease off the brake and steering to the right. And stop there.
Now what can you see? Does the curb line up with?
Yeah, now where does the curb go into the car now? Oh, roughly about the corner of that window, yeah?
Okay.
That's your reference point for what?
For stopping short of the curb, so you don't hit the curb.
Why?
Why don't we want to hit the curb? We don't want to hit the curb because there could be pedestrians there.
Exactly. Yeah?
Or posts.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know even overhang the curb.
No.
Yeah, because...
You could have pedestrians standing on the edge.
Yeah, exactly.
You could have a lamppost on the edge. Yeah.
That makes sense?
Absolutely.
That's how we're going to prepare ourselves to go forward.
Where are we looking before we move on?
Yes, where would you say I'm going to look here then?
Where would you need to look?
Yeah.
You're asking me as a... not as a pupil. Yeah. So I would say you need to look all around you again.
Yeah.
Most importantly, up and down the street and the pavement ahead of you.
Yeah, all around you is a bit of a nondescript one, isn't it?
Up and down the road and check the pavement.
Well, how about a quick look behind me first in case I roll back, yeah?
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
So you
could have a pedestrian crossing the road.
Which way am I going to finish looking when I start moving?
Back in your direction of travel.
Yeah. So if I do kind of a rainbow effect, start there. Look down the road. Any vehicles? Yeah. Any pedestrians on the pavement? Yeah. If there was pedestrians walking past, I'd hold fire at the moment. Yeah. And then Any vehicles coming down the road? No.
Safe to go?
The handbrake down and steer fully to the right, which I have done. And just bring it around slowly. And we're going to stop on the left turn.
Okay, then stop on there.
Does that make a bit more sense?
It does.
So, sorry what you're hurting there. The devil's in the detail. The detail wasn't there. Can you understand now why it was marked as 3?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, pupils are going to learn from reasons, not from being told, look here, look there, look here, look there, yeah?
Yeah, that hasn't really been hammered home to me enough, I don't think. It's the reasons why they're not doing things. And that's part of fault analysis, isn't it, really? That's what it is.
Yeah, it's... You got to remember, teaching a real learner driver, a real learner to drive,
It's quite different, isn't it?
well, no, it's no different from teaching me. Treat me the same. Yeah, treat your examiner the same, yeah? Yeah, because we're role-playing it exactly the same way a learner would role-play it. I want to know that the information that you're giving me goes in.
Yeah.
If I'm just being told, look here, look there,
That's, I suppose,
with absolutely no reason whatsoever.
that I think is the psychological hurdle. I think I've explained it enough, but you're not doing it because you haven't given you enough detail yet. So I'm trying to think of what else can I have said? What else do you need to know? And obviously not always apparent.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget, I was quite hard on you there. I played up on everything because obviously I was trying to find out.
I knew I was going to have fun today.
yeah, but I mean, don't forget, I'm doing my best for you, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I know.
You know, I know you've already had a go at this on a par 3 and got a 3 for it. So I've got to try and find out why, and now I know why.
Yeah.
It was lack of detail. You know, you weren't given the reasons why, yeah. You actually expected me to know where to look at times.
Yeah, that's only after having just talked about it once, though, isn't it? But that's not enough if you don't.
No, I'm talking about in the very first one. You were expecting me where to look, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because we were making reference back to you knowing your pond routine and having done it on your moving off and stopping. I'm making an assumption, never assume, I suppose. I'm making the assumption that you know where you should be looking, because I don't want to over-instruct.
Yeah, it's not over-instructing.
It's not, okay.
It's not over-instructing.
The observations is one of the most important things, isn't it? So.
Yeah. I mean, you're marked in 3 areas here: control,
Accuracy,
observations,
yeah.
reasonable accuracy. Yeah. It's not called a 3-point turn. I can do it in 5.
That's it.
Yeah.
On the road.
On some occasions, you'll have to do it in 5 on this road. Yeah.
It's quite narrow, actually.
Yeah, it is quite narrow. Yeah. Yeah. So the observations need to be explained.
Yeah. Okay.
Looking all around.
Even though it will have been covered in your earlier lesson that you will have earlier lessons you've already had, moving off and stopping.
Well, moving up and stopping. If I'm moving up and stopping, I look in there first to make sure the road's clear. I have a quick look in there to make sure there's nobody coming down the pavement. I look ahead, I check that door mirror, and I check my blind spot.
So slightly different observations, aren't they?
I consider a signal, and then I drive away. I don't do this 6-point check when I'm moving away normally from the curb, yeah?
So yeah, that's the difference in teaching, I suppose, because you're talking about something that you would do differently to how I've been taught as well. So when we're talking about observations, because I've been taught you do it in the same way really for moving off, doing any manoeuvres exactly the same way. We're talking about 2 slightly different things, and I agree with you. It's overkill, isn't it, for moving off?
I think on this manoeuvre, because of the fact that I'm not driving away from the curb and down the road.
Yes, isn't
it is important to look over that left shoulder. Yeah. Because if there's a pedestrian there, I want to know what that pedestrian's doing. But if you
want to see who's coming along, it's going to affect you in a minute as well, don't you?
Yeah, if you're asking me to drive away from the curb and drive on down the road,
you just want to make sure there's nothing ahead of you, really.
I personally don't teach this 6-point check. Yeah. Yeah, you get a lot of dispute about it, but the DVSA don't require it.
Okay.
Because you're driving away from the curb. And you're driving in that direction. Yeah. So providing you've taken that mirror first to make sure that it's worth starting the manoeuvre, that mirror, that mirror, and the blind spot on this side.
Do you want to know he's going to walk across in front of you from the plate on this side, don't you?
Anything,
and you're not going to
yeah,
put that in front of somebody,
yeah,
basically.
Anything that happens behind me as I'm pulling away to drive down the road is immaterial to me. Yeah.
As long as you can cause it to stop or swear, hey? then it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, if I had a group of kids standing behind me having a fag on the pavement and they weren't moving, I'd consider it then. Yeah. That's just using common sense, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel.
Good. Yeah.
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 Well, what I'll do is I'll let you put the usual over and have a cup of coffee, and then we'll come back and do it again.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So do you get where I'm coming from with the detail?
Absolutely. Yeah. I do. Whether I'm going to get there on the next go is, I hope so. Yes.
Of course you will. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same with any instructions you give. You know there has to be reasons why, because that's what they learn from, isn't it? Yeah. There's no good trying to teach observations by rote. Oh yeah. There'll be reasons. Yeah. And watch me a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
They're on my weakest areas, aren't they?
Yeah. Remember,
it's that part of the fault analysis is the reasons why you're doing it a certain way.
Remember, for the test purposes,
looking at you,
who actually chooses the area?
the examiner.
Therefore, if there's people waiting and there's not room for them to get past, obviously it is important to have a good look at them before I move the vehicle, because I have actually seen people on this road coming towards us and actually met the pavement. Yeah.
Yeah.
And therefore I'd have to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if they haven't got room to get past, that's not your fault.
No.
Yeah, you haven't picked the area right.
But I can remain looking at you and use peripheral vision. I mean, I could look at the door pillar over there, it increases my vision to the side here, but I can still see what you're doing.
Well, just follow my observations around.
Yeah.
If you think how other drivers perceive you looking at them, yeah? Obviously they think I'm a learner. They think you're the instructor. And they see you looking over at them. What are they going to assume?
Yeah, I can make assumptions that I've seen them and that
and that
I'm.
It looks like because you've seen them. Oh, hang on, I better wait because I think they're just about to move. Where there might be room for them to go past us. Yeah. So the POM routine stands for prepare, observe, move. That's what you're teaching your learner. That's what you should follow from that seed there. Yeah. So
watching them.
Yeah. Get me to prepare the car first. When I prepare the car, then let's do the observations together. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
and that way, if it is a wide road and there is a car waiting, and they don't see us look around, they will probably quite rightly assume that they're not looking anywhere, so I can probably go past them quite safely. But if you're looking at them, they're probably thinking, hang on, that instructor's told that people to go, and if I go past now, I'm gonna lose my brand new Porsche. Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's clarity. Yeah.
But it's just giving me a really good idea of what level you're at and what bits we need to work on today. Yeah.
To be honest, on my tests, I've always thought that the phase 2 part has been the one that I was weakest on, but not obviously on the scoring. All 3 occasions, that was my highest score was on the phase 2. So it's funny how you perceive it to be, what the reality is, isn't it?
Well, at the end of the day, what we aim to do is to make sure you're not worried about either phase, yeah?
Exactly, yeah. I'd like to make sure. I wouldn't want to just focus on phase 1 only. I'd like to look at the phase 2 as well, because I do feel less confident with the phase 2. You feel a bit more in control on the phase 1. Slower usually involves manoeuvres, more instruction.
I just pull it there and just leave that camera on. Sorry, working so hard now.
So yeah, I won't give me hard.